we get started, I have Ray Wright to give us a baseball announcement.
I was looking for a spotlight over here, but...
I promise you, that's Ray Wright.
Very much younger. We have good news from baseball, varsity baseball this afternoon. We beat Coventry 4-0. We will be playing on Saturday. Keep your schedules open for Saturday. Come support us. Date is Saturday. The location and the time are not sure, but 4-0 we skunked them.
And that illustrates what's so special about Chupad. When Ray Reich entered the auditorium tonight, he asked permission to do that because he is such a good fan of ours. And students, you are seated among fans of yours. And I know your parents are here, but aside from them, you are seated among fans. Your community supports you, and this will be very evident as the evening goes on. Scholarship Evening is one of those times when you see the type of support that surrounds you. And I hope that you take that in, that you reflect on that. You've done good things to be on this stage. They've done even better things to put you there. And you will see that tonight. You'll see how special it is, and I have every faith that you will reflect on what's been given to you and that you will endeavor to give back as you move on into your lives. And that's what's so special about these communities and about Scholarship Evening. So I'd like to welcome you. I'd like to thank our presenters and those who represent the support that this community shows for our students. And I think that before the evening is over, before the next few weeks are over, you will have plenty of opportunities to see just why these students are worth it, why you have invested in the future in a very positive and forward-moving way. I have no doubt in my mind that they're up to every challenge that is presented to them, and your support will help. So I welcome you to Scholarship Evening. I'm very happy that you're here, and I'd like to kick off the evening with the American Legion Scholarship, please.
Good evening. My name is Sheila Anson. I am not a member of the American Legion or a veteran, but I have the utmost respect for them. We are part of, as a member of the town hall, we have the town hall gang, and every Friday we send out packages to soldiers. And at any time, if you would like to write a note or bring something to town hall for us to pack up, we would appreciate it. But I, as your principal said, I am a fan of the American Legion because they do so much for this community. Tonight we will be presenting a few awards here for the American Legion Scholarship. I will call your name, and if you will please come forward and all stay together. I believe there are some photo opportunities, so we'll get you all together. This evening, the first one is the Edward Weeks Memorial Scholarship, and that goes to Jenna Williams. The next one we have, and I believe he's probably on the bus coming back from a game, but Austin Dutcher. Next we have Allison Hoffman. Jordan Butzholz. And Daniela Cespedes. Thank you. And we'll have a picture taken, I believe.
Good evening. My name is Samantha Steinis, and I'm proud to say that I've been a school counselor here for 20 years. So I've seen a lot of these presentations and love to see the community come out and give back to the students. I'm here to give the scholarship for the American Red Cross. The National Honor Society sponsors 2 blood drives every year at Chicago. Students volunteer their time to organize the blood drives and recruit students and community members to donate blood. For many students, this is their first experience making a donation, and our students in AHS do their best to make it a very good experience for them. This year, we had a wonderful group of students who worked hard to ensure that the drives were successful. We were able to collect 36 pints of blood, saving the lives of 108 people. The American Red Cross likes to honor a graduating senior who was an active participant in both of the drives. On behalf of Senorita Hines and myself, we are proud to announce that the recipient of the American Red Cross Scholarship this year is Kathleen Sinatra.
Good evening. My name is Diane Swanson, and I'm a graduate of the 79 class, and I'm the granddaughter of Robert J. Benham, so I will be handing out the scholarships tonight for the Robert J. Benham Scholarship. And goes to Pog. Yes. Okay, first I have Allison Hoffman. Fernando Piers. And on his way home, Austin Dutcher.
And this is Eileen Buckeye. We're from the Bridgewater Historical Society, and would like to present our scholarship to Jack Verbicus.
I'm Curtis Reed, the first selectman of Bridgewater, and I'm here tonight to present the letters indicating an award of scholarship financial aid for these students from Bridgewater. They have complied with a rigorous timeline and filing schedule that leaves some behind, but these 8 have made it so far. So I'll call to the front, Paige Johnson. Brian Lynch. I tried to do this alphabetically. Sean Parker. Samantha Patrick. Kathleen Sinatra. Lars Fickstrom. Jack Verbicus.
And I am president of the Bridgewater Women's Auxiliary. Tonight, I'm here to present this year's scholarship to a student who has not only achieved success academically, but who has also been a model citizen through their dedication to various organizations through community service. The application, essay, transcript, and letters of references that we received impressed not only our scholarship committee, but also all the members of the Women's Auxiliary, making our selection an easy one. So it is with our pleasure to present this year's scholarship to Lars Fickstrom.
Benham School PTO is pleased to award you this scholarship. You have been chosen by the committee to receive this award based on your outstanding record of accomplishments during your 4 years as a student and citizen of the greater Benham School community. We commend you on these accomplishments, which encompass your superior achievements and contributions in several areas, including academic, community service, and volunteerism, extracurricular activities, and character. The Benham School community, PTO, and Scholarship Committee applaud and congratulate you. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors, both academically and personally. This year's Benham School PTO Scholarship Award recipient is Kathleen Sinatra.
The Cabat Scholarship is given in memory of Ida L. Cabat. It is awarded to graduates of Chappaqua Valley School who reside in Washington and have demonstrated academic ability, leadership, and high moral character, and enrolled in undergraduate studies. This year's recipients of the Cabat Scholarship are Allison Hoffman and Sean Welsh.
My name is Jeanette Purdy, and it's my pleasure to present the Persbacher Award to two volunteers from Bridgewater. Victor Persbacher lived in Bridgewater 20 years or so after his retirement as an executive in New York, and he volunteered extensively in Bridgewater, wanted to reward and encourage students to continue to contribute to their community. We have looked for steady, constant volunteering through the years, creative projects, and the ability to keep going, to persevere. And we're very pleased to announce that the award will go to Kathleen Sinatra, and to Lars Fickstrom. For period of 4 years while you're in undergraduate school.
Michelle Gora. I'm representing the Board of Ed tonight, and I will be presenting the scholarship from the Connecticut Community Foundation. Established in 1923, the Connecticut Community Foundation was created by and for the people of Greater Waterbury and the Litchfield Hills. While serving the 21-town region, the foundation provides leadership in addressing the community's critical issues, strengthens local nonprofit organizations through grants and technical assistance programs, and works with individuals, families, and corporations to steward charitable and scholarship funds. The foundation is one of the largest college scholarship providers in the Greater Waterbury and Litchfield Hills region, thanks to the generosity of hundreds of donors over many decades who want to help students achieve their dreams of a college education. It gives me great pleasure to announce this year's Connecticut Community Foundation Scholarship recipient, Lauren Bresson.
Good evening. I'm Joe Mustick from Washington, Connecticut, and I have the honor of giving out the 3rd annual Ken Corette Memorial Art Scholarship. Ken Corette was a New York artist and designer who lived in Washington and also New York. He never drew within the lines of art or life, and that's what I was looking for as a recipient of the award. After reviewing 7 applicants, it's very difficult to pick one, but I've decided to give the 3rd annual Ken Corette Memorial Art Scholarship to Michael Meyer.
Diane Swanson reminded me, she mentioned what year she graduated, so I guess for those of us who are graduates, we need to say what year. So 1974. Wow. Wow is right, yeah. I'm here to present the Evelyn Blake Miles Scholarship for the Daughters of the American Revolution. The Daughters of the American Revolution is a charitable organization dedicated to patriotism, historic preservation, and education. The DAR was founded in 1890 by 4 women whose common bond was the fact that each had fathers or grandfathers who were patriots of the American Revolution. The founders sought to create an organization that would perpetuate the memory and spirit of the women and men who achieved independence. The Judea chapter of the DAR was organized in 1898 and remains a small chapter, enthusiastically celebrating our rich and colorful history, derived from a town which bears the name of the Revolutionary War general who became the first president of the United States, George Washington. Evelyn Blake Miles was a member of the Judea chapter. She taught 7th and 8th grades in the Washington public school system for many years. This scholarship is given annually in her memory, and for 2017 is presented to Jenna Williams.
The Tam Farah Memorial Scholarship was developed in 2001 to honor Tam's memory. Tam was a visually impaired student who was gifted in the arts. She was kind, spirited, and full of life. Tam passed away in her junior year at Chicago. It was her wish to make a senior project be the development of a scholarship that helps students going on into arts or education. Carrying out her wish, her best friend, Kirsten Pratt, created this annual scholarship. The scholarship is given annually to a student who best resembles someone Tam would have wanted to help. This year, the Tam Farah Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Jenna Williams.
The Matthew C. Hines Memorial Scholarship was created to honor the memory of Matthew, who was a Chippewa Valley School graduate. Matthew and his mother discussed creating a scholarship in his name before his passing. Matthew wanted his scholarship to be used for a student like he, who was interested in pursuing science and or math in college. Mary Hines, Matthew's mother, was unable to attend tonight, but I am honored to present this year's scholarship to Jordan Buckles.
Eugene M. Horgan Scholarship for Gentleness of Spirit. A scholarship is given annually to the graduating senior who best exemplifies the qualities of gentleness, humility, empathy, and dedication to reconciliation within the community and or the world. This year's recipient of the Eugene M. Horgan Scholarship for Gentleness of Spirit is Eamon Crosley.
The Tyler Horgan Scholar Athlete Award is given in memory of Chippewa student Tyler Horgan, who passed away shortly before his high school graduation in 2003. This is the 14th year that this award will be presented. This award recognizes a senior boy and girl who exemplified the characteristics that made Tyler special, being a good student, great athlete, and a compassionate human being. Candidates for this award must have exhibited success in both the classroom and on the playing field, specifically a 3.0 or better grade point average and participation in at least 2 interscholastic sports. More importantly, though, the award recognizes the personal attributes of leadership, teamwork, friendship, and especially caring, characteristics that were at the heart of who Tyler was. A good head and a good heart are primary consideration for award recipient. The Horgan family, Tyler's parents, Rich and Kathy, as well as Ty's brothers, Travis, Troy, and Teague, are especially pleased with this year's recipients. Both have gone above and beyond meeting the award criteria. On behalf of the Horgan family and in Ty's memory, I'm happy to announce that this year's scholarship recipients are Lauren Breston and Eamon Crosley.
The Colonel James J. Hull Scholarship. The annual Colonel James Hull Scholarship is awarded by St. John's Episcopal Church. The recipient is selected based on his or her academic achievement, service to the community, and overall quality of character. St. John's is proud to award the 2017 Colonel James Hull Scholarship to Allison Hoffman.
Hi, I'm John Quist from the Lions Club of Washington, and that girl Sheila Anson that's been up here a couple of times. She and I were classmates, 74 graduates. But I just wanted to add, since we're talking baseball tonight, maybe a member of the state championship 73 team. Not a big contributor, but I was there. Anyway, the Lions Club, we do a lot of local fundraising and support a lot of local services in town. And our two recipients tonight are Jordan Buckholz and Austin Dutcher. And Jordan, I guess since Austin isn't here, you just get all the money.
I'm Nikki Budney, branch manager of the Washington Depot and Litchfield offices for Litchfield Bancorp. We've been around since 1850, and one of the reasons we've been around as long as we have is because we truly believe in locally grown and locally owned. This group represents the next generation of our locally owned, locally grown that are going to bring us into the next generation, and I'm very happy to present Matthew Marchese with the Litchfield Bancorp Scholarship. Good evening. My name is Susan Nicholas, and I'm a 1975 graduate of Chippewa and a long-time teacher here in the district as well. I'm here to give the Lois Marsh Scholarship, and it's presented by the Chippewa Valley Education Association in memory of Lois Marsh, our school librarian for many years. Each year, the teachers of Chippewa Valley Education Association raise money to fund scholarships for several Chippewa seniors who will be pursuing a degree in education or a related field. On behalf of the Chippewa Valley Education Association, it is my pleasure to award the SVEA Lois Marsh Memorial Scholarship to Paige Johnson.
Robert Middlebrook Washington Art Association Scholarship. Georgia and Robert Middlebrook were longtime supporters of the arts, creative pursuits, and our Chippewa students. The Robert Middlebrook Scholarship is awarded to students who embody the creative spirit and who plan to continue with the arts in college. This year, the Robert Middlebrook Washington Art Association Scholarship is presented to Katie Letcher and Megan James.
The New Preston Women's Club was started in 1915 for the purpose of providing volunteer services and contributions to the community. Over more than 100 years, the club has done just that. In fact, in 1921, the club began a hot cocoa program, which eventually grew to what we now know as the hot lunch program here at Chippewa. The program became the first school lunch program started by a women's club in the state. In 1924, this club turned a small community library into the New Preston School Library, which inspired the development of the library for Washington High School. Currently, meetings and events are held at the club's community house on Church Street in New Preston, and membership includes women from New Preston and surrounding towns. As a member, it is my pleasure to award the New Preston Women's Club Scholarship to Allison Hoffman.
Good evening. I'm Barbara Henry. I'm the first selectman in the town of Roxbury. And while I'm not a Chappaq graduate, I did graduate in that class of 74 somewhere else in the state. So, good year. I'm here to present the Prevention Council of Bridgewater, Roxbury, and Washington Scholarship. The Prevention Council is a coalition of community members dedicated to developing awareness and providing education to reduce the harmful effects of substance abuse and addiction on individuals, families, and children living in our communities. Some of the things that we have done in 2016-17, we have sponsored the prom buses, which was just the other day. We've held a membership drive, and we had a family fun run, and we will be having an opioid forum on June 21st. It's a panel discussion in Roxbury Town Hall. So please mark your calendars. It is one of the education events that we provide. And one of the other things is we present positive incentive scholarships. And tonight I am very happy to present the scholarship to someone who took the lead role in bringing Project Purple to the community, Fernando Perez.
Bridgewater Garden Club, and it's my pleasure to present our scholarship this year to Jack Verdickus.
The Chappaq Student Council Scholarship is awarded to a student who, over the course of their career at Chappaq, has demonstrated effective leadership. The recipient this year is an individual who has worked tirelessly to make Chappaq a better place. All year long, he was the muscle behind the scenes, organizing activities, encouraging others, and just genuinely fun to be around. He has served as a class officer and is the voice of Chappaq announcements. He truly embodies the spirit of Chappaq. It is my great pleasure to award the Student Council Scholarship to Martin Meyer.
I'm behind Todd each time. It's kind of interesting. Up, down. The Chappaq Valley Education Scholarship is the next scholarship. Each year, the teachers of Chappaq Valley Education Association raise money to fund several scholarships for Chappaq seniors who will be pursuing a degree in education or a related field. On behalf of the Chappaq Valley Education Association, it is my pleasure to award the SVEA Scholarship to Jenna Williams. And I'm the Chappaq Valley PTO Vice President. Each year, the PTO gives a $500 scholarship to 5 graduating seniors. Scholarship money is raised through the following fundraisers here at the school: directory sales, Yankee candle sales, basketball concessions, holiday bazaar raffle, 6th grade socials, 7th and 8th grade dances, box tops, and senior frame sales. The scholarship winners are selected on essays they have written using the prompt,
Who is the most influential teacher or staff member for you at Chippewa and why? The student must give several reasons and evidence to support why they were influenced by the staff member. The 5 best essays were selected, and the winners are Andy Rosa, Noelia Aguirre, Megan James, Jack Verbickus, and Allison Hoffman.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Pat Cosentino, the superintendent of this fine district. I want to thank all of you for attending tonight. I especially want to give our great appreciation for all of the hard work that your organizations have done to raise funds to support our students. We talk to our students about a legacy and living a life of community service and giving back, and you certainly are modeling that, and we really do appreciate it. So thank you very much, and congratulations to our students. We're very, very proud of you. This happens to be an awesome class. They excel everywhere. So I'm thrilled to be here. I am a member of the Washington Rotary Club, and this award, the CUP Silk Rotary Club Scholarship, is given on behalf of the Rotary. Our president, Jay Combs, couldn't attend. And we wish our scholarship recipients all the best. The 2017 CUP Silk Rotary Club Scholarship is awarded to Madeline Gora and Sean Welsh.
Technology Scholarship has been awarded annually to a graduating senior pursuing a technical career. Brian was in the graduating class of 1999. He loved playing sports throughout high school, especially baseball. His senior year, they won the Virtual League title. After graduation, he was actively involved in the New Milford Adult Football Leagues, where he played as quarterback on many teams. Brian grew up working around construction with his father. Following graduation, he immediately started his career with Waters Construction, a heavy highway contractor that his father works for. He started as a laborer and within 6 months became foreman for working crews due to his ability to perform. Brian was a mentor and always pushed others to thrive for excellence in whatever they did. This award was created to honor the memory of Brian and is given to a student who has demonstrated an aptitude in technology. The recipient is always a student who works hard and does not quit. The Swanson family is proud to present the 2017 Technology Scholarship to Connor Dusky. The Chris Swanson Technology Scholarship has been awarded annually to a graduating senior also pursuing a technical career. Chris grew up working around equipment with his father as soon as he grew an interest. As a young man, he was constantly rebuilding all types of equipment, quads, tractors, and cars. He loved anything with an engine. Chris became a mentor to many other students involved in the automotive and marine trade, always willing to help out others with any type of repair or upgrade to their car or boat. He, along with many other fellow students, were always looking for ways to improve their vehicles, both in looks and in performance. Chris's hands-on experience excelled him in all aspects of motor building, always pushing him to outperform others and test his abilities. This award was created to honor the memory of Chris and is given to a student who has demonstrated an aptitude in technology, and the recipient is always a student who works hard and does not quit. The Swanson family is proud to present the 2017 Technology Scholarship to Brian Lynch.
Mrs. Gallo, ladies and gentlemen, in the class of 2017, thank you for allowing me the honor to represent the United States Military Academy and the United States Army for this very special scholarship at a school that truly embodies the American spirit. I'm a 1984 West Point graduate, and I volunteer as a member of West Point's Field Force, or the boots on the ground presence for the admissions process at West Point. I'm the local liaison to the area schools and communities as I live and work in your community. I had the privilege of visiting Chippewa for the first time last year when Chippewa graduate John Swanson applied to West Point. As many of you may know, John will be entering the United States Military Academy at West Point on July 3rd after successfully completing our West Point Association of Graduates Civilian Preparatory Program at Marion Military Institute in Alabama. Last year, John was the only student in the state of Connecticut to receive this prestigious scholarship. And this year, another Chippewa High School senior has been awarded this same prestigious scholarship and will also be attending Marion Military Institute this summer, and upon completion will become a member of the United States Military Academy class of 2022. For the faculty members, students, and parents that may recall my presentation last year for John, I don't want anyone to receive the misperception of the difficulty of this year's remarkable accomplishment, or that this is a new annual tradition. Prior to John Swanson, Major Stephen Reich was the last Chippewa graduate admitted to West Point in 1989. This year, the only West Point Association of Graduate Scholarship awarded in the state of Connecticut was extended to one of Chippewa's finest. There are only approximately 60 to 80 scholarships offered in the entire nation each year from more than 14,000 candidates that are considered. So this is truly a remarkable accomplishment. There is no record in Connecticut history, nor am I aware of any record in the U.S., to my knowledge, where a high school has had back-to-back West Point Association of Graduate scholarships. This is not only a testament to the Chippewa students, but the caliber of the education and the leadership of the Chippewa faculty. For those that may not be familiar with West Point, the United States Military Academy was founded in 1802 at West Point, New York. It is our nation's oldest military academy and the nation's oldest engineering school. West Point remains the oldest continuously occupied military post in America, the nation's premier leadership institution, and consistently ranks academically as one of the top institutions in this country. In over 215 years, our reason for existence has not changed. Our mission is to train, educate, and inspire the Corps of Cadets so that each graduate is a commissioned leader of character dedicated to the values of duty, honor, country, and prepared for a career of professional excellence and service to this nation as an officer in the United States Army. Every West Point graduate earns a Bachelor of Science degree, a commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Army, and serves for a minimum of 5 years on active duty as an Army officer and an additional 3 years in a Reserve or National Guard unit. Our selection process is very different than the college standard application, and each candidate earns their West Point appointment by meeting the same rigorous criteria. This includes academic qualification, leadership qualification, physical fitness qualification, medical and mental health qualification, passing a comprehensive background investigation, and receiving a nomination from a member of Congress. The young man honored this evening received a nomination from West Point's 5th Congressional District Congresswoman Elizabeth Esty. On average, the milestones that must be met for any service academy take over a year to complete, but require a lifetime of growth, preparation, and development. Given West Point is a federally funded service academy, enrollment is capped each year, and we have phenomenal young people every year that we truly wish to admit but are unable to do so due to the enrollment cap. Those very special students, such as the one I am extending the scholarship this evening, are awarded a prestigious scholarship, and they have met every admission criteria for the academy. This scholarship provides an additional year of college-level classes and military-related training at one of 6 military preparatory schools selected by West Point. This partial one-year scholarship is valued between $7,000 and $18,000, depending on the option the student selects. Upon successful completion of the one-year program, an appointment will be extended to West Point. The West Point appointment is a fully funded 4-year scholarship, which includes tuition, room, board, military uniforms, computer and tablet, full medical and dental coverage, life insurance, a monthly salary, and generous military and academic individual advanced development opportunities that will send this young man across the country and throughout the world. It is impossible to place a definitive monetary amount to the future appointment, but it easily exceeds several $100,000. Each of my candidates are extremely special and unique, and our recipient this evening has earned his scholarship utilizing his own tapestry of talent. He is a candidate of few words, but he is a strong, dedicated, determined young man and made his mark at Chippewa, embodying all the qualities we seek in a West Point candidate. He is a scholar and member of the National Honor Society and achieved a nearly perfect score on his math SAT. He is passionate and skilled in computer programming. He is fluent in several programming languages and has received numerous academic and science honors during his Chippewa career. He plans to pursue a systems engineering or computer technology major at West Point, and with our new Army career branch of cyber warfare, he can certainly be a pioneer in helping protect our country against the ever-growing cyber threats that can truly cripple our nation in a way that previously was only possible by conventional weapons and bombs. Athletically, at Chippewa, he earned 10 varsity letters in 3 sports and rose to the team captain position in each one of those 3 sports, basketball, cross country, and outdoor track, reflecting his strong leadership, a critical component to the West Point pillars of development. Musically, he is a first chair violist and has earned various musical honors. West Point admires candidates that have included music and/or art in their education, as it reflects a well-rounded candidate equipped to connect in our multicultural global army. At this time, I would like Sean Welch to come forward so I can... Although we honor Sean this evening, he is here today only because of the adults that have played a pivotal role in his life, molding him into a leader of character, courage, commitment, and accomplishment. His mother was a very instrumental part in providing an initial foundation of hard work, discipline, character, and cultivating interest in the arts and sciences, in addition to exposure to multiple sports and physical activities. She is with us this evening, and Sean also spoke very highly of his grandfather. Sean's father is unable to be with us this evening as he is deployed at sea. These key pillars of development were solidified by his teachers, coaches, and other adult mentors at Chippewa. It is obvious the positive influence and lifelong impact you have had. Chippewa's holistic approach blends very well with the skills we desire to see in a West Point candidate and future Army officer. Students that can apply problem solving, critical thinking, and creativity to a situation, but are also active in sports, culture, and art, and are taught in a character-based environment that stresses ethical behavior, compassion, a multicultural approach, leadership, teamwork, good sporting behavior, and community citizenship. As a career military officer, I am particularly humbled by the respect and honor you devote to educating your students about the meaning of military service and sacrifice via the Stephen Reich Memorial Assembly. From your personal examples, it has developed Sean into a young man demonstrating strength of body, strength of mind, and strength of character, essential elements that are required to succeed at the Academy. As Sean graduates from Chapag, your legacy will be forever present as he builds upon the strong foundation you have provided. This prestigious scholarship was earned by Sean, but you, the faculty, the superintendent, the principal at Chapag, his parents, and grandparents have made this day possible. So Mom, Grandpa, Mrs. Gallo, and the faculty, thank you very much. From the onset, Sean, in closing, I would like to remind everyone of the path forward for Sean and why this scholarship is so unique in its presentation. From the onset, Sean understood that West Point is simply a means to an end, and that end is an oath to serve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. That legal oath requires Sean's willingness to go anywhere in the world, and if required, quoting the words that President Kennedy echoed in his 1960 inaugural address, and I quote, "Be willing to pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and success of liberty," unquote. These are freedoms that we enjoy and often take for granted every day. The Daily News reminds us that there are individuals and groups in this world that do not wish us well and seek to harm us, often terrorizing our youngest and most vulnerable citizens. The poignant memorial to Major Stephen Reich in the mall is a humbling reminder that freedom is not free. In these serious times, our nation needs young people like Sean that are willing to continue to preserve, protect, and defend our freedoms so we can continue to enjoy what our founding fathers described in our Declaration of Independence as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Less than 1/2% of the U.S. population living today are presently serving their country in uniform. This less than 1/2% serves, protects, and defends the other 99.5%. Sean has volunteered the next 13 years of his life to freely give himself in service to this great nation, initially as a cadet candidate at Marion Military Institute, then as a cadet at the United States Military Academy, and ultimately as a commissioned officer in the United States Army, and if necessary, to give his life in service to this country. This is a truly act of selfless service and humility. Each candidate must stand alone on their own record and rise above all others to earn their place in the long gray line. Sean is no different. He is a young man that worked extremely hard to be the best that he could be, and he has been rewarded for his efforts. Sean, as you begin your journey later this summer, it will not be easy. At times you will feel sleep deprived, hungry, frustrated, physically and emotionally spent, and perhaps you'll even question if you made the right choice, particularly as you spend the next 9 months in Marion, Alabama. When those feelings creep into your psyche, dig deep and reflect upon why you made this choice, and remember who you are at your core, where you came from, and what enabled you to win this hard-fought scholarship. In the long and winding road of life, this is just a short passage that will test your resolve, build upon your character, and prepare you for the greater challenges ahead. When the going gets tough, think of the 92% of the other candidates in the nation that wanted to be in your shoes but didn't earn that appointment or scholarship. Remind yourself that you are part of a very elite gathering, and reflect upon the service and sacrifice of Major Stephen Reich, the wisdom and integrity of your grandfather, and an excerpt of the words that General Douglas MacArthur spoke to the Corps on May 12, 1962. And I quote, "Duty, honor, country. Those three hallowed words roughly dictate what you ought to be, what you can be, what you will be. They are your rallying points to build courage when courage seems to fail, to regain faith when there seems to be little cause for faith, and to create hope when hope becomes forlorn. The long gray line has never failed us. Were you to do so, a million ghosts in olive drab, in brown khaki, in blue and gray would rise from their white crosses, thundering those magic words, duty, honor, country, unquote. Sean, as one member of the long gray line, I pass the torch to you. Hold it high with pride and never allow its flame to be extinguished. Sean Abbott O'Toole Welch, on behalf of the Director of Admissions and the President of the Association of Graduates, the Admissions Committee of the United States Military Academy at West Point takes great pleasure in presenting this scholarship to Sean Abbott O'Toole Welch. Signed, Deborah L. McDonald, Colonel, United States Army, Director of Admissions. Congratulations, Sean.
Congratulations, Sean. Our next award, Washington Business Association. The Washington Business Association is pleased to present an award to graduating Chippewa Valley School senior who's been recognized for their outstanding community spirit. The student has been chosen for their positive attitude, excellence in creative problem-solving skills, enthusiasm, and participation in school events and leadership. The Washington Business Association is proud to recognize this year's award recipient, Daniela Alejandra Cespedes.
Cabat, and I'm Vice President of the Washington Environmental Council.
And Ann Kimball, Treasurer.
Every year, the Environmental Council gives scholarships to college students studying a variety of environmental subjects and doing very important environmental research and advocacy work. This year, we are awarding 5 scholarships. 3 are to past Chippewa graduates, Emily Allworth, Josh Reutzel, and Dave Neal, and also 2 current seniors, Connor Dusky and Jack Verbickett.
Good evening. My name is Rob Buck, and I'm here tonight as a member of the former Washington Grange to present the Washington Grange Memorial Scholarship. Washington Grange was in existence from 1873 to 1875, and then, like many fledgling organizations, it went out and was rechartered in 1891 and lasted the second time around until 2006. When, due to the dwindling number of active members, those of us that were left, we decided to merge with Bethlehem Grange, but we wanted to create a legacy for Washington Grange, and we took about half of the money that we had left at that time and established a scholarship fund. And that scholarship fund has allowed us now, for this will be the 12th consecutive year, to give an award to a deserving member of the graduating class of Chippewa High School here. And this year, I'm pleased to announce that the young lady that we have chosen is Alina Anderson. This is an empty envelope because the actual annual CD doesn't mature until June 11th, at which point Mr. Edwin Whitehead will be getting the money and give you the real check. This instead is a placeholder, and I want to congratulate you and wish you all of your fellow classmates good luck in your efforts.
For 53 years now, Washington citizens have supported young Washingtonians who need financial help in pursuing 4-year or 2-year post-high school education. You might not recognize all 12 recipients, for we support any student living in Washington who needs tuition help. Some attend private schools or are homeschooled. If they are in need, we support them. Since college usually requires 4 years, we support them for up to 4 years. Thus, our $179,000 this year go to 36 students spread over 4 years. We raise money from Washington citizens. Not all of them have college degrees, but all our donors feel they invest wisely in our youth. We trust our Washington recipients will use Washington's money wisely and someday will themselves become donors and can replace me and Mr. and Mrs. Condon as directors. As a footnote, this same fund has helped the 7 combined Condon and Reich children, all Chappaqua graduates, through college. That's what this small town does. Now the Condons will hand out the envelopes to this year's qualifying seniors.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Michael Condon, and all 4 of our children went to Chappaqua, and they all got scholarships. God bless them. So now it is my pleasure to announce that the people who are going to have the money this year, and Nellie will hand out the envelopes as I call your names. And the first name is Noella Aguera. Elena Anderson. Austin Dutcher. Bianca Gatzel. Allison Hoffman. Catherine Letcher. Fernando Perez. Gwyneth Rosa. Sean Welsh. And Jenna Williams.
Good evening, I'm Darrell Wright, Chief of the Washington Fire Department, also a class of 1984. The Washington Fire Department was formed in 1926 with the sole purpose of helping individuals in the community whenever and wherever needed. The recipients of our scholarship this year are Ralph Carpaccio, Caprolozzo, sorry, my wife even made me cheat sheets and I still screwed it up. And Jordan, I'm not even going to try that. Second scholarship tonight is for our Women's Auxiliary, which with the same common goal, which was formed in 1979 with the same purpose to help individuals in the community. The recipients this year are Luke Cheney and Kyle Anderson.
My name is Cindy Hopkins, and many of you remember me. I'm back. And I must say, you all look very beautifully dressed and grown up, and it makes a teacher feel really proud to see you here tonight, getting all these wonderful awards. And because she started the evening, she also has the end of the evening, so we have Sheila Anson here, is also on our committee. Shortly after she started college, Sherry Williams was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, a very rare type of bone cancer. Despite chemotherapy and radiation treatments, which created illness, pain, and the loss of a leg below the knee, Sherry was determined to get her degree. She achieved her goal of getting her diploma before passing away in 1977 at the age of 21. Sherry's friends, teachers, and associates set up this scholarship in her name to remember her courage and determination to continue her education. With that in mind, each year we look for a Chappaq senior who has demonstrated Sherry's qualities of contributing to the life of Chappaq Valley and exhibiting conscientious and high motivation to do well academically. We are very pleased to be awarding our 41st Sherry L. Williams Memorial Scholarship to Austin Dutcher. I also wanted to add to Ray Reich's announcement of them winning. They also upset the number 3 seed in the state, which I think is really awesome. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much to each of you who support our students in the audience. I was struck tonight by 2 things: the importance of service in our learning community and the importance of memory. You have been given gifts by people who took their time of grief and turned it to a gift for you. I know that you will go out and earn it. You were also given the gift of knowing that service is important in your community. Each scholarship represents hard work, cups of hot chocolate at ball games, pasta dinners, all kinds of different events that were meant to support you, and they were done solely out of love. When I watch the presenters coming up, they look as excited as if they're coming up for a birthday present because they're so happy to support you. And it warms my heart each year. And I've been doing this a while. It's great stuff. You embody the spirit of Chappaq. When you saw the pride of our graduates that came up here to this podium tonight, you saw what's been instilled in you. You saw the things that inspired you to do the wonderful things that got you these scholarships, that created these awards, and that make us all so very proud to know you. When I heard the officer talk about how this school prepared you, I was struck by how blessed I am that I'm allowed to bask in the reflected glory that shines off of each of you. The character, the spirit, and the pride that we spoke about in West Point is really evident in each of you, in each of the jobs that you will choose, in the service that you will give to your communities. I heard Mr. Wright challenge you to replace him as an officer. Give the poor man a rest. You won't be able to do that right away because you have hard work to do. Oh, excuse me. Can I recognize our baseball players?
Congratulations to Connor Dusky and Austin Dutcher. Congratulations, guys.
Well, where was I? This is the time I probably should have written a speech. No, it's very easy to rejoin the words that I was wanting to convey to you about the spirit that you've shown tonight. And while the character, the honor, the duty that is represented in West Point, and I'm so, so proud that we've achieved that in our students 2 years in a row, I know that those characters are evident in each of you. I remember when I congratulated Sean on one of his races and he said, yeah, I'm not happy with my time. I should have done better. That embodies that spirit, that pride. I remember when Maddie sat at that in the auditorium, or I'm sorry, the gym. But I won't forget that she had those clippers very near to her head, and she wound up with a unique haircut, and she created a magical moment in our school. I could probably come up with a moment from each of you, but I would bore these poor people to tears. Know that I'm proud of each and every one of you. Know that you embody the spirit of Chippewa each and every day. Know that you've earned everything you were given tonight. And know that I am quite certain you will continue to earn it. You will continue to bring back pride and honor to our school. And you will continue to earn the accolades that will surely surround you. I'm sure these little towns will not hold each of you. Some of you may come back, most of you will not. In the words of our former governor, Ella Grasso, bloom where you are planted. Take those skills where you land. Take that embodiment of spirit and service where you go. Know that we will be with you every step of the way. And that I, as your principal, never forget the blessing that is each and every one of you and what you bring to our school. I'd like to thank the people who made tonight possible. We can just get up and down seamlessly and know what on earth we're doing after many, many ceremonies. First of all, I'd like to thank Christy Hardy. I'd also like to thank our counseling department, Director Todd Dyer, Kim Laughlin, and Sam Steinis. And I'd like to thank Colin, who has a way of making even the least of us look darn good in these pictures. Thank you. Thank you, each of you, for another special evening, and good night.